All right, Owls, this is Mr. O with the matter notes that we took in class on Monday. I'm posting these because I told you I would, just in case if this is one of your tools to study with, you are able to reread and listen to these notes this way. But you should have these notes from class on Monday. If not, you can get them here. So 6.P.2.1 is just a standard number, and that is the first of its big idea. So you have to learn three things with matter this year. You have to learn the structure of matter, classifications with matter, and physical properties of matter. And I call structure matter 1, classifications matter 2, and then physical properties matter 3. Structure and classifications will be put into the same group, and then we'll do physical properties all by itself. So those are the three things you need to know overall for matter. So we'll start with some key vocab. We will be digging deeper in this in class, and all these words kind of connect together in some way, shape, or form. Some connect a little bit better than others. We're going to start with the word of the unit, matter. Matter is anything that has mass and volume. It's easy to see why there are so many different types of matter in the world, and you probably learned about states of matter in second grade. But technically, it's anything that has mass and volume is considered matter. All matter, to its smallest level, is broken down into what is known as an atom. And there's a picture, or a fake picture, but a picture of an atom. And atoms, by definition, are small particles that compose. And if you don't know what the word compose means, it means to make up all matter. Meaning, all matter, if you break it down to its final little itty-bitty pieces, are atoms. I call atoms like Lego pieces. If you open up a Lego box, there's these Lego pieces, and each individual piece of a Lego is like an atom, and they're not anything until you start building the Legos together, and that's where atoms turn into elements. So here is a element picture of the periodic table of elements, but elements are made of atoms which make up matter. So as you can tell, atoms come together to make elements, and then the elements will come together to make up the next word, which is molecule. Here's a picture of a Mickey Mouse looking thing, but that's actually a depiction or a fake depiction of what water molecule looked like. There is a real picture of a water molecule in there. You can see the Mickey Mouse and the highlight in there in the corner. And then these are formed when two or more elements combine. So molecules, if you've been following along, atoms come together to make elements, elements come together to make molecules. And for later on, we'll talk about how matter is made up of atoms and molecules. It's because they include those three words. The last word is a little bit different than the other words, but it's called particle. If you look at the word, it starts with the word part. That's because that is in its definition. And here's a different depiction of the different states of matter. Particles are smaller pieces of anything, or simply a part. There's a man named John Dalton. He had atomic theory. We will look at 4 parts of these theories because 4 parts really directly tie to this unit. The first of which John Dalton says is atoms cannot be broken into smaller pieces. What he meant by that is that you can't break an atom down, you can't break anything further down than an atom and still have it as what it should be. So the smallest pieces of any matter would be atoms. In any element from the periodic table, say oxygen for example, all oxygen atoms are exactly alike, but they are different atoms than any other element. So each element's atoms are unique. The next one says 2 or more elements can combine. Now these elements can be the same element or different elements, and they can form compounds and molecules. This is what we see in the world all around us in a variety of ways, shapes, and forms. And the last one goes back to the periodic table again, and it's saying atoms of each element have a unique mass. If you look at the periodic table, each element on there has an atomic mass, and they all have a unique one. 3 key points to remember. All matter is made up of atoms and molecules. Different elements contain different atoms. That goes back to John Dalton's theory, and you can look at 4 different elements above. And the last saying is everything is matter except energy and emotions and feelings. But keeping with science, that would be it. All right, this is the review video if you want to use it to help you study.